Hey, Davin.
Hi, Jerry.
How you like that? I didn't say welcome to You Name It.
I was waiting for that, though.
I have something else to say instead.
Okay.
Chad, 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 Chad.
Why are you saying Chad, 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 Chad?
I just want to say Chad because Chad in the warehouse wanted to know why I didn't name him when we were telling our little crybaby Kleenex story last time.
Oh.
So Chad.
Most people don't want their names used on this show.
I don't want to be associated with it.
Yeah,
rightfully so.
And then you've got Brooke who wants to be on the show.
Yep, I don't think she's listened to any of them yet to have that opinion.
No, and I don't think I've had a full conversation with that girl. Ever.
In all the time she's been.
Welcome to You Name It, by the way. This is the delayed episode.
I said it in my sentence. I said I didn't say You Name It, so I did say You Name It.
Okay, well, it's official now.
Doesn't matter. Do you remember back in the olden days of 40 episodes ago where we would just not even say it and just start talking?
Yeah. Yep. And we didn't have taglines or anything like that.
Yeah, Lisa just told me today that the way I say it is really stupid anyway. But I told her it's supposed to be. It's it's comedy because I'm making fun of myself.
Well, I was on a job with Tony all week, and he was making fun of your old-time speak.
Yeah, he doesn't like the words I choose.
Yeah, when you get into the old-time speaking and that crap.
Are you talking about with the voice or just in everyday language?
No, with the voice. Not your arrogant assness.
No, not that. But I thought maybe he was talking about how I'll use what is it called? Verbiage from the old-timey days.
Yep.
And say things like, look at the gams on that tomato. Stuff like that. He doesn't like the throwback language. But he always puts on the little voice around me. Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Jerry. Yep.
Variation of that.
Larry does that too.
Larry does that? Does he?
Larry does that to me all the time.
You know what I noticed, and I wonder if it's part of this show, is that I've recently noticed that when I'd walk through the office, people will say hola to me.
Hola, Jerry, because I say that to you all the time.
Yeah. Like, why are they saying hola to me? That's a weird place over there.
Yes, it is.
Oh, by the way, Chad Bem.
Chad Bem, yep. Not Chad Hines, happy. Chad Bem. Chad Hines is the shipping guy.
Chad on your scooter with your smiling Chad face.
Yeah, all the warehouse guys have little scooters and they zip around. It's like their own little personal, rides and vehicles.
Yeah, but they're the kind that you have to push with your foot. They're those silver ones with the two wheels. I wish they had Segways or those little two-wheeler horizontal ones. Like
the asshole at the DC Auto Show riding around on the Segway all day?
Yes. The security you're talking about?
No, that's the promoter.
Oh, because I've seen security on them at auto shows.
I just called the promoter an asshole. And I got that show again next year, so I'm going to be screwed.
I guess so, because I'm not going to have time to edit that out today.
That's fine. Oh, and we should let our listeners know that we're doing a kind of a later episode. We missed yesterday's deadline.
Yeah, so it's up today. This will be current. This is today's news today.
Yeah, we need, you know what we need? We need an unpaid intern.
Everybody needs that. We need an unpaid intern that we can just ship the files to and have them do all that work?
Yeah, and look up topics for us and shit like that when we're too busy.
Yeah, I hear you making all the noise again over there.
I was just slurping my coffee. It's a morning show. This is weird.
It is a morning show.
Wait, you know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Jerry.
No way. That can't be real.
It is. It's a Yingling.
Shut up at 10:30 a.m.
Well, it's Saturday. Actually, I'm getting ready to go after I get my son up, who's still freaking sleeping. I got to go to my buddy Dave's house, Dave the Overachiever, and his buddy's having Kentucky Derby party.
Yeah, but
So
there's going to be some all-around complaints about this already. Yeah, and you're oblivious to what you're doing right now. You have no idea what you're doing.
What?
Because you just cracked a beer and said you were going to drive your son around in your car.
It's one beer and it's 10:30. I know. One beer leads to 2, leads to 3. No, I'm dropping him off at 1 o'clock. So he goes back to his mom, and my daughter's at work right now, so that's all good.
Yeah, let's do the cover story. Just say, yep, 10:30, you're cracking a beer, then you're going to stop altogether, wait an hour, and then drive him and drop him off, and then continue on with your fun. Or we could just say you're going to call an Uber and just shuttle him over there.
Well, the fun part's going to be later tonight when I finish doing my electrical in my garage and crack open the chainsaw and start cutting some wood.
That's not unheard of, though. I used to do that I used to do that every Tuesday. And it was probably way more extreme than what well, maybe not. You could drink quite a bit before 10 o'clock at night. But we used to go out and we would have like a pint of Jack Daniels and a 12-pack of beer. And then we would, probably more than that, to tell you the truth. And then we would go out, find dead trees, cut them down, and then take them back and split them. So we're using all this heavy machinery and dangerous shit while slugging Jack Daniels and drinking beer all day.
That works.
Yeah, and I'm not naming who was driving. So people who know me will probably be able to figure it out, but I'm not going to get anybody in trouble from all the people in D.C. listening to this right now who are alerting the authorities.
Oh, man. This is going to be a weird episode. It really is.
I know, because you're not on your game right now. Usually you're snappy.
Yeah, that's true.
Snappy with a comeback. Snappy.
I'm still slow. I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee and my 1st beer, so give me a break.
All right, well, then I'll get a topic out of the way that you don't care about so much.
Okay, sounds great. Like every topic you bring up.
Yep. It's the Larry Wilberding-inspired fart gulper.
Okay. We have discussed that before.
Yeah, you actually forgot. There's a whole episode titled that, and we spent some time talking about it. And then the other day you go, what is that again?
Explain it to me again.
His fart gulping is when you capture your own fart, and then you swallow it down into your stomach, and then you burp it out into somebody else's face. So you can be that. Yeah. Can you imagine if that was full of fart, too?
It's
so
full of
it's sort of like
Yingling and coffee and Marlboro Lights.
Yeah, we made this up in the warehouse. So it's our own original viral video sensation that nobody's ever done yet. And, I imagine nobody's ever going to do it. So this is why I've created... Actually, I haven't. My friend Walt Balfour out in Arizona has created a group called the Future Fart Gulpers of America. And the FFGA.
The FFGA, okay.
And the beauty of this whole association is that you can be a part of it and you never have to do it, because once you do it, you're out, because it's the Future Fart Gulpers of America.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to join, you can join as long as you've never done the fart gulping.
Can we get bumper stickers made?
Yes, that's the whole point, is we could have a big, giant campaign and we've never have to even do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's brilliant.
Oh,
Wake up, Davin.
The taste in the back of your mouth would just be awful.
Oh, and Larry, I think it was, came up with we were talking about transferal methods. We were talking about, originally started like thinking simple, like a plastic bag, Ziploc bag you would fart into and then seal it up, then gulp it out of there. And we go, that's not going to work. So then we were thinking about a plastic water bottle that you could like crush in your hand and it would give you the sucking motion to get it out of your asshole.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm talking like Davin now.
Actually, a plastic water bottle would work good. Squeeze it in and then, that would work. And then cap it off. You could save it for later.
Yep, that was one of the ideas until we realized that even better than that would be a turkey baster. So it's got the bulb on the back of it, and it's got a little tapered tip, just in case you want to Vaseline that baby up and get a real good contact going. You know?
Yeah, but you might actually suck in some matter.
That's true. At the last meeting of the FFGA, we didn't discuss that dynamic of the whole operation.
Yeah,
But,
I found a flaw in your little plan.
What do you mean mine? It's our plan. We're part of the FFGA. Walt is the president. But then Larry said, hey, what about a garden hose? You can go right from the source right in. So I think that might be a good one. Maybe you'd have to put like a funnel on the end.
Just like a beer bong?
Yeah, like a beer bong. Put it on wide end. You don't put the funnel in your ass. You put the wide end on there, and then you can take the beer bong tube. Yeah, beer bong's even better than garden hose, but the idea is right there. You can go directly from the source to the destination. So saving yourself some valuable time in the process.
I wish you could add colors to farts.
Yeah.
That would it would make it so much easier.
It'd make it easier for what? See, this is what happens with topics with Davin. We're on a good roll. We're talking about how to burp out farts and all of that kind of fun stuff, and then he just completely derails it, wanting to color his farts for some unknown reason.
Well, just you could add emphasis to it, you know?
So now, emphasis.
Using color.
Yeah, like explain to me what the different colors would signify in your fart world.
Oh, well, rainbow would be nice.
No, okay. Now, what a leap.
Now
First
mixing
of all,
color.
yeah, first of all, now we were just talking about colors. Now I'm picturing single colors because I think that'd be hard enough. But now you want fucking Neapolitan to come out of your ass.
And camouflage.
I call this one ghillie suit.
I think purple when you're angry. Just a purple cloud following behind you. People would know.
Are you calling Prince angry?
No, he wasn't angry.
Oh, he was a delightful little man. Yeah, so you'd have to assign colors for moods. That way your friends would know.
Kind of like a mood ring. Oh, if you stuck a mood ring up your ass, and it would just, whatever mood you were in, it would change the color for you.
Yeah, I love your grasp on science. A mood ring.
A mood ring ass fart color changer.
Yeah, there's got to be a way. Maybe it's like those little cigarettes you used to buy back in the old days when people weren't afraid of them. When you're a kid, and you would like blow through them, and the powder would come out like you were smoking. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd go down to, like, I would go to Hilda's novelty store and head shop because like half of it would be bongs and stuff back in the '73 or something, and then they'd have like whoopee cushions and all that stuff.
I actually almost died as a kid with one of those giant rubber cigars or plastic cigars.
Okay, how would that happen?
I was at my aunt and uncle's house, and they had one of those, and it had a little whistle in the end of it. So when you would take a drag off of it, it would go, you know, it'd make the little whistle sound. I can't even fucking whistle.
I don't know. That was your best impression yet.
So I sucked in on this thing. I think I was like 7 years old. I sucked in on the thing, and the whistle went in the back of my throat.
No way.
And my uncle had to flip me upside down and shake me by my ankles and hit me on my back, like slap my back to get it out.
Yeah, and now everybody in the audience is picturing what that sounded like.
It was just...
That's great. You're a living cartoon.
Fuck you, Jerry.
Uncle. I bet you. No, that's a compliment. I bet you your uncle still remembers that to this day.
He's dead.
Okay, nice to tamp that one down. Speaking of uncles, I ran into my nephew.
Yeah.
Because last night I went to this senior showcase for their performing arts at the high school for my niece. My nephew was there, and he goes, "Hey," he's a big lug. He's a wonderful big lug.
Okay.
And Herbie Taylor. There, I said his name, so he's not mad. And he goes, "Hey, I've been listening to your stupid show." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, really? Why would you waste your time?" He goes, "I listen to it at work because it's better than any other radio at work."
Nice.
And he mentioned you. He said, he's got a unique way of talking when he's talking about plungers.
Oh.
I don't remember what you were saying. I know the topic was when you had to call for a plunger.
Yeah, and I beat that horse down. I mean, I told the plunger story like 6 times in that episode, over and over, about talking to the diamond line and all that other shit.
Well, it's still the same topic, so you were just going on. It wasn't like you kept digressing and going back to that later in the show. Oh, and plungers. You weren't doing that. It was all part of the same sequence.
Ooh, you could use a plunger to extract the gas out of your ass.
It could be a helpful tool to... maybe it's like priming the pump, you know?
Yep. Like on a lawnmower.
The turkey baster would probably work for that too, though.
I like the way you think. Your thoughts intrigue me, and I wish to subscribe to your podcast.
I don't think you need to. I'm pretty sure that you know everything already that happens on this podcast. Well, wait a minute. I'll take that back. You don't really pay attention all the time.
No. So I saw, I'm going to change the topic on you.
Good.
I want to know if the world really needs this. I saw this place it's a pole dancing place for exercise.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But they had a new sign up the other day, and it says aerial yoga. Do we really have to add the fear of falling into yoga? I mean, they already have that. They already have that hot yoga, you know, where they bring the temperature up to like 100 and something, and you sweat your ass off. You're already bending.
Yeah. I don't know about these things. I'm glad I'm hearing about them, though. They do that. So they put you in a frickin' steam room or one of those places, basically, and make you sweat out your joy.
Well, you're doing yoga, but it's in a room that's 100 degrees, so you're sweating your balls off.
Got to smell good in that room.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially with yoga and the bending and the farting and everything else, because that happens.
Yes.
But now adding aerial yoga, and the whole thing is the building that this aerial yoga is in is 1 story. So what the fuck?
I don't know what aerial yoga, I can't say it, aerial yoga. I don't know what that is.
I would imagine it would be like what Pink does on stage with her, you know, the sheer silks and all that other shit and floating around above the ground.
So you're hanging from wires like Peter Pan.
Yeah. What the fuck? There's no reason for it.
Why would you do that? Yoga is supposed to be like relaxing and zen, centering your soul and clearing your mind. Why would you have to have the fear of falling added to that? You're right.
I'm going to go in there and ask them. I'm just going to go, what the fuck?
Can you just go in there and do it? Because I think that would be hilarious looking.
They'll probably convince me to sign up.
Maybe we should both go there. And we'll take our unpaid intern with a camera, and we'll ask him if we can try it out for the show.
That'll work.
We'll post the video. So, again, we need an unpaid intern. And no, we don't want Pepe.
Oh.
Because I know you were thinking... You were thinking Pepe, weren't you?
For an unpaid intern? Yeah, he'd be good. I'd like to have Joshy as an unpaid intern, but...
No, let's do Pepe. I changed my mind. Pepe's better for the show.
Okay, because he's so eager.
He's very eager. And he has a beautiful speaking voice.
Yep.
And
he likes us.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The warehouse guys were laughing just now.
Hi, guys.
He's of small stature, so we can put him into little tiny places.
That works.
Yeah, I don't think he would be opposed to helping someone fart gulp.
No, not at all. He'll do anything. I mean,
he's a good guy, that Pepe.
The CEO of our company dresses Pepe up. Think about that.
Yeah. Okay, so what is it? Every quarter? Or
every quarter.
Every quarter there's a meeting, and somebody is given this award that they decided was going to be some sort of royalty award.
Yep.
I haven't been around long enough to fully explain it.
The person that wins the award gets to pick their lunch for one day, and they're king of Blue Water for a day.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're king of the company. And so what they do is they have the meeting, and Pepe is dressed as a jester, right?
Yep, a court jester.
Which somehow doesn't make sense because he's the one who is dubbing them king. and I've never heard of that in history. There's a little disconnect with history there because the jester never really inducted the king of a country. But
I think they found.
But why nitpick?
Well, wait, Jerry. I think they found a jester outfit in the back of the warehouse, and they just had to come up with a way to use it. I'm just glad they didn't find my baby costume, because that would be really weird.
Yeah, the baby suit. You listeners can look back on Baby Suit Davin episode. Was that what was it called? Davin in his baby suit, or
probably, yeah. It was back in the Cleveland, so it was back probably around late February.
Baby Suit Madness,
Baby Suit Bowling.
Yeah, Baby Suit Bowling. See how much I listen to the show? I think I need a subscription to the podcast. So yeah, that just goes to show you that Pepe's sort of willing to do crazy things.
Yep.
Well, he could be dangerous too, because you know how some of those young guys who think they're invincible can. You can put him in these precarious situations like, hey, climb up there or do this or do that. So he'd probably be willing to do that stuff.
Pepe had been an employee for probably about a month and a half, and I was on the road. And I came back, and I'd never met Pepe before. And Chad Bem wheels this...
There's the name again.
Wheels this road case up to my desk and goes, hey, do you have any idea what the hell this is? And I opened the case, and Pepe popped out.
I wish I was there for that. That's funny.
That's how I met Pepe.
Did he yell, "Hi, Davin"?
Hi! Yeah, I don't remember his exact words, but he was eager and happy.
Let's think of things that that Pepe can do for us as an unpaid intern. Are you ready?
Yep.
I say eat a ghost pepper.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's what interns can do.
We gotta come up with stuff for him to do. We need to put a GoPro on his head and just follow him around and see what he does all day first. And then
I saw one picture on Facebook that was with him, somebody else, and some dogs.
All I know is
it looked really normal, so it threw me off.
The one day he was showing pictures of his sister, and everybody in the warehouse is like, "Why did we not hire her? Why are you here?"
That figures you'd bring that up. So, why do we not hire her?
Exactly.
What else can Pepe do?
He could carry my golf clubs.
Look, it's not about Pepe being a slave. It kind of is.
It kind of is.
But it's to have him do things that we won't do. He could do he could be the first fart gulper. But then we'd have to remove him from the future fart gulpers of America. But he could be the first. He
could be like the vice president.
Let's build a schedule. Like next show, Pepe eats a ghost pepper. Show after that, Pepe does a fart gulp.
Okay.
And after that, he goes and does aerial yoga.
Ooh. We got to take him to go do aerial yoga.
Yeah, you know what? We're doing this thing all wrong. What we need to add Pepe into the show like that, and then we need to when we're not, studio recording, we get some video and we go and have Pepe do things. That would be fun.
That works for me.
And the best part about it is that we don't really even have to ask him to do it because you can just tell him to do it.
Oh, and you can tell him stupid stuff. Like we could go to a batting cage and tell him to get in there without a bat and just stand there. And Pepe, you need to make sure this ball is going to come in at 86 miles an hour, and just put him right in front of the ball throwing machine and just belt him with it.
How about it with a catcher's mask on, and he tries to get hit in the face with the ball?
That works. But isn't that isn't that a show on MTV, Jackass?
It is.
Damn,
all right, Pepe might not want to do this. I don't know.
But I do like the idea of an unpaid intern. I really do.
Yeah, we'll ask him on sometime next week.
We could have Cheese be our unpaid intern.
Who's Cheese?
Cheese is Rebecca, the girl that likes our show and thinks we're hilarious.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She wants your autograph. She wants my autograph. I don't know why. She wants to be the first to get our autographs.
Well, she wouldn't be the first to get my autograph.
Oh?
I signed one autograph back in the mid-'90s when I was doing comedy.
Oh, nice.
I was baffled back then, too.
Like, why? Just in case you're famous.
Oh, actually, I signed a couple of them because we had a poster that people wanted with the people on it, and you had to sign it. But whatever, it was useless.
I remember walking the auto show with Steve Stinson, and people used to think he was Dennis Miller.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Charles Bronson.
But we were going down an escalator it might have been D.C., going down an escalator, and a guy's coming up the escalator, and he's like, "You're him! You're him!" And he just kind of looked over and goes, nodded, and goes, "Yep, you got me."
Right.
And then
he wasn't Dennis Miller. He wasn't mean enough.
No, I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait for the guy to turn around, and come down the escalator, and ask Steve for his autograph.
Couldn't be true. I don't think he looked anything like Dennis Miller in my memory.
Oh, he did.
Dennis Miller's not in jail, is he?
A cross between Dennis Miller and Charles Manson.
Charles Bronson, I think.
Manson. Oh, look at some old Charles Manson pictures.
I don't want to. I'm going to have my unpaid intern look at those for me.
There you go. So what's your next topic?
Next topic is, let's see. We've got a lottery coming up tonight. The $500 million lottery for the Powerball, right?
Correct.
And we've talked before on the show about what you would do if you win the giant lottery. And now I've come up with I don't think I've done this before, shared this information, but I have a new fun idea to do when you have hundreds of millions of dollars to give away.
Okay.
You buy things for people that they don't need. I think that would be hilarious. Like I was in the shop and I look over at Mark Kupfer, the bench tech guy, and I said, "I hope you're going to enjoy your new bowling alley, Mark."
You're going to buy him a bowling alley?
Yeah, because he doesn't need one.
Just over the top shit too.
Yeah, just ridiculous shit. Like you find a guy who hates to go, who really hates water, like lakes and stuff, and you buy him a boat. And
or a pool, one of those swimming pools. We'll buy Romy a pool.
Why, you think he doesn't want to swim? Here we go.
Here we go, the racist comment.
Yep.
I don't know if he swims or not.
I think you might want to ask him that before you put that no swimming thing on him.
You could buy me
Good thing he doesn't listen to the show.
You could buy me a hot tub full of fucking chlorine chemicals. Just fill it with chemicals instead of water.
Well, I don't think the idea is to hurt anybody. I think the idea is to be ridiculous, not scar your body with chemicals.
What would we buy Pepe?
Pepe, we would buy. That's weird because I have a feeling Pepe needs lots of weird things. A horse.
Oh, I would
maybe
buy
a horse.
We should just buy him like a Tubby's franchise.
Yeah.
Just for no reason. Right. It's like Pepe owns a sub shop for no reason.
Yeah, we'll do that. Because I've never heard him say he likes sub sandwiches, so that's a good one.
Or a Chinese
subs.
Buy him a Chinese restaurant, a Chinese buffet.
Or one of those Brazilian steakhouses.
He could order the gauchos around with the little swords.
Yeah, he could dress as a jester and order the gauchos around.
Oh, poor Pepe.
Pepe's Fine Meats. Yeah. Oh, a flower shop. Let's buy him a flower shop.
Well, I just realized, this hit me the other day, my daughter works at a bakery. Okay.
Yeah.
She's anorexic. She is afraid of ovens, and she works at a bakery.
What'd she do there?
She bakes and cooks and like takes people's orders, and
so she's fully involved with her fears. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird because I asked her to throw something in the oven the other day, and she goes, "Oh no!" I asked her to clean the oven the other day, and I meant the top, not the inside, and she was afraid to open the oven. So I feel bad for her future husband because she's afraid of ovens.
Well, I got a little insight for you on that. Something you may not be considering. She works at a bakery. She uses that stuff all the time, but for some strange reason, she doesn't want to do that chore at your house.
I know.
So
it's kind of weird.
So I'm calling bullshit on the fear of the oven.
She said she's afraid of being thrown in the oven.
Well, that says something about you, doesn't it? Somehow in her mind, you're like the Hansel and Gretel witch.
She said she pictures grill marks on her back.
God. I think she pictures not doing the chore and watching TV instead.
Exactly. Bunny Rabbit.
Oh, do you watch Bates Motel?
No, I don't.
Good for you. You should never watch Bates Motel because that Norman Bates guy is an insufferable whiner.
Is he?
I can't take that show. I hope somebody out there watches this show because all that kid does is whine and complain and say, "Mother," but no, mother. You're sleeping with him, aren't you, mother? And I just want to punch that kid. It's almost like that little cat character in Sylvester the Cat with the whole, "Father, father." Remember that guy?
Yep.
"We're going to get the mouse, father." That's stupid Norman Bates. "Mother, I'm going to kill that girl when she's sleeping, mother." I just want to... in fact, I'm more likable than Norman Bates' character is. And the point is, he's the star of the show. Lisa loves this kid.
Oh,
but,
so she forces you to watch it.
Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to be that unlikable. I think he's supposed to just be creepy, but he's just thoroughly unlikable. With his stupid face, with his stupid everything.
See, I don't watch a lot of TV over the summer.
Well, it's hard when you're drunk because your eyes start crossing off.
With the big X's. The big cartoon X's. Thanks, Jerry.
I didn't even think of that. That's funny. Cartoon X's.
But I did, remember I was supposed to do a movie book review?
A movie book review. That's right. We talked about that. Did you do it?
Well, kinda. I watched the movie Goon the other day. It's on Netflix.
What's it called?
Goon.
Goon? G-O-O-N?
G-O-O-N. It's a hockey movie.
I think I watched that too. Yeah, with the Stifler guy in it, right?
Yep.
All right.
But yeah, I watched that, and it has so many gay, homophobic references in it. It's hilarious. But what you got to watch in the movie is the two Russian guys and how they make fun of the goaltender. It's freaking hilarious.
I might have to rewatch that one day.
Well, the goaltender's got a helmet that's got pictures of his mom on the side of it.
Oh, yeah.
And the one scene is when he's first getting to the new hockey team, and they're introducing him to the team, and he's sitting in the locker room, and they talk about the goaltender Belcher. And then you see the two Russian guys have his mom's helmet, and they're skull fucking the helmet. Oh, your mom is so tight. There's no way, baby, come out of there. You must be adopted. Those guys should
that is creepy. That came from the Norman Bates, didn't it? It triggered your memory.
It did.
Which now triggered my memory back to broadcast school at Specs Howard.
Okay.
Did you go there?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you remember when they...
But I didn't pay the Specs Howard rate, though. I went to OCC, and OCC was shutting down their program, so they sent everyone that signed up for the class and paid the OCC rate over to Specs to get taught.
That's right. You down with OCC?
Down with OCC? Yeah, it's Harvard on the highway.
Is that what they call it?
That was my nickname for it.
Oh. We used to call Specs Howard the Shemp Howard School because we were really clever and funny back then. But anyway, they had this in their radio broadcasting class. They would teach you how to, or attempt to teach you how to use the microphone and be personable. So if you remember that, where they're saying, just picture somebody that you know that you're talking to because you're in the room by yourself with a microphone. And this one guy, Mike Williams. See, I said his name because I'm sure he's not listening because I've lost track of that guy since graduation day. And, he was sort of mocked because he put a picture of his mom up in the studio so he could talk to his
mom.
Like, wow, that's creepy. Hello, Mom, I'm Mike Williams. Because he would over-enunciate everything.
Oh, did you see that national story this week about one of our friends on the auto show?
I did not see that national story, but you can tell me all about it.
Melro, one of our auto show models. She lives in Columbus, her son asked her to prom.
That's creepy.
It sounds creepy, but when you get the backstory, it's not that creepy. And that's
Good,
why
I
it
hope
made
not.
national news. Her mom was 13 when she had her. She was in and out of foster care. She got pregnant in high school, had to drop out. Eventually went back, got her GED. Became a model, a makeup artist. She's bettering her life, and she's raising her son.
Yeah.
And her son decided when he was 11 that he was going to take his mom to prom because she didn't get the opportunity to go to prom because she had him.
Yeah. Oh, what a sweet little Norman Bates.
So it's now gone national news. It was on the radio here in Detroit. It's been on a couple other news programs. People picked it up. But I wanted to give a shout out to Melrose for doing a good job raising her son.
Hey, Melrose.
And
you're doing a good job raising your son.
And he's gonna turn out to be Norman Bates.
I could see what he's doing, but it is a little strange. Now, if it were my mother,
Right.
I would hire a gigolo to take my mom to prom somewhere.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. It's like
I would hire Antonio Banderas to play a gigolo to take my mom to some kid's prom, because that's better than what happened.
Everyone was making the MILF comments, like, because she doesn't look her age at all.
I don't know how old she is. I'm picturing her in her like early 30s or something.
Mid-30s. Yeah,
Okay.
but she looked 19 in the prom pictures.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Did you ever have any friends that had hot moms?
Let's see. No. None.
Oh. I had my buddy Curtis Eller. His mom was smoking hot. Oh. I was like,
Yeah?
Yep.
You wanted a Norman Bates all over her, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it was a teen love all over again.
I never even had any hot teachers. It's like every old person I knew was ugly. Well, not ugly, but just not attractive to a 15-year-old.
Were there any teachers banging each other when you were in middle school or high school?
Yes. Our band director was banging the secretary or something like that.
And all the students knew about it.
Yeah, everybody. It was like an open, known relationship because you'd see him. We would drive, because they lived in the same city, and we would drive by her house and see his car there all the time and stuff. So, whatever. Good for him.
Oh, yeah. Weird relationship.
Yeah, they could just sit around. Yeah, they could just sit around and hate teachers or hate the kids.
Hate the kids. Yeah.
Every night, the conversations were that fucking idiot Jerry Taylor was. You know what he did to me today? Because I did all kinds of weird shit to that guy too.
Yeah.
Well, not. I guess they're weird in a way. Like I would be playing the tuba in the band, and I would make noise. Yeah,
with the tuba.
Yeah, you see what happened was I realized when I was in school that the guys in the band that I knew were always at parties, always getting drunk, and always hanging out with 500 cheerleaders, color guard, pom-poms, majorettes. Because they're forced to interact at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what am I? I'm not going to say, hey, band fags. I'm going to join right up because I was hanging out with way more hot chicks than the football players were at that point.
Right.
So I decided I'm going to join band, and I don't have a clue how to play a musical instrument. So I go to the band director and ask him if I could join, and he said, well, coincidentally, we're trying to flesh out the look of the band, so why don't you just carry around the sousaphone until you learn how to play? So I had the big tuba. I started with that. And
so you were a prop, basically.
I was a prop, yeah. But then I learned how to play, and I moved on to the baritone, which looks like a little tiny tuba. It's sort of like a twisted-up version of the trombone. And I learned how to play, but I didn't learn correctly. I learned how to play by ear, which got me through the rest of high school until he found me out and kicked me out of band 2 weeks before graduation. Because he's like, you don't know how to read music and you're playing first chair baritone? I go, I'm sorry. I thought maybe that would be good. But because I would just listen for what I thought I was supposed to be playing, and I learned the rhythm patterns of the music.
And somehow this thing got you laid?
Yeah, because I was hanging out with all those people. But that's why I did it. And but I would do things. I was just an asshole because I would make noises in the tuba in the middle. It would get quiet in between him talking, and then I would just go like that. Just cartoon noises, and then he locked me into the practice room. He's like, I can't take it anymore, so he locks me into the practice room. First he put me in the practice room, and then I had my harmonica and I started playing Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen. I'm playing the harmonica and singing. So he comes back there and he screams at me and puts me in an even deeper room, like down another hall, and locks the door, right?
Okay.
So then I get out of class, and he sends me down to the principal's office, and the principal's like, "What are you doing here again? What's going on?" And I says to the guy, well, Mr. Chain locked... Oh, I said his name. Well, he's gone now anyway. Mr. Chain locked me in the back room, and he goes, "What?" And I go, "Yeah, can you imagine if there were a fire?" And he goes, "Get Chain in here." So they drag the band director in there and yell at him because they locked me into a room. That's how bad I was. That guy hated me because I was always doing shit like that.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Mr. Chain.
That reminds me of my ex-wife.
Why?
Because when she was little, she had two brothers, and they had a new babysitter coming over, and her brothers locked her in the closet upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
And told the babysitter, "No, there's only two of us."
No way.
And she was locked in the closet the whole time.
No, there's only two of us. I don't know what that noise upstairs is. I have no idea. I think that's our pet. We must have some sort of pet up there that makes a noise that sounds like a little girl.
See, at my old house, we had a room that was like the timeout room. It's under the front porch. It leaks. It's wet. It's
wait. Hold on. This was when you were a kid?
No, this is my old house when I was married.
All
so
right.
we had this little storage room.
It's getting Norman Bates creepy here for a minute.
I know.
Shoving kids into a crawl space.
But that was our timeout room. And
Shut up.
The kids called it the scary room.
That's crazy.
But if they were ever really bad, we'd threaten to put them in the timeout room.
I hope you never did, because it doesn't look too good for you. Drinking at 10:30 in the morning, putting your kids into the crawl space.
Their little hidey hole.
Holy shit, Davin. You never fail to amaze me to the lengths of what you'll talk about on this show.
I'll talk about anything. You know that.
I guess so.
I don't know why.
I don't know why you're not a bigger star.
I'm just an open book.
I think eventually people will pay you to come and just talk on stage and tell those things.
The stupid stories.
Yeah. Give life advice to people, too. All right. When you're done drunk driving your child around that day, throw them in the crawl space.
Call it the scary room.
Mm-hmm.
I should start locking them in the attic.
Yeah, that's freaky stuff. We have a crazy room here at this house. That the basement's like a half basement, and then under the addition there's these open areas that go right to the dirt, and it's up like a half level. So you look in at eye level and you're seeing the crawl space and the dirt and everything, but it's all sealed up and shut. But Lisa calls it they say that's where the zombies are. And then we also have a kill room, she calls it. It's like this wooden. This is an old farmhousey place here. It's like this wooden
kill room.
Yeah, there's this
blood stains on the floor.
Yeah, it's just a wooden room with a concrete floor, and it's just painted white, and it's a kill room. You'll see it when you come over for the drunk show. It's got like one bare bulb hanging in the middle of it. You turn on like you're going to interrogate people in there.
One log and an axe with blood all over the log.
We should do that. Actually, I should just turn it into a kill room for real, because right now it's storage, but it's the kill room. And everybody in this house, all of the girls that live here, well, Mel's not here anymore, but when she was too, they're afraid to go in the basement.
Yeah.
So
that's where you need your monster spray.
You do need your Febreze brand monster spray.
I still think that's a brilliant idea. And Tim Murphy was on the show with me this week that I was working on. And he thought,
on your job show, yeah.
He expounded on that and said I should just make a magnet that wraps around Febreze, and we could call it whatever we want. And
that
sell
Tim
those.
Murphy's a bright guy. I agree with that.
We could market it that way.
That. All right, here we go. Kickstarter, Pinterest. Go ahead.
Yeah, Monster Spray. Oh,
you're a genius.
We didn't hit
That's the way it would work.
We didn't hit.
What?
I forgot to mention. In my movie reviews, I'm looking at some of my topics that we haven't brought up yet. Mm-hmm. In the movie, what is it? The race car movie with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Talladega Nights.
You know what the name of the cougar is?
No, what is the cougar's name?
Karen.
Karen.
You named your dog Karen.
Yes. I forgot to tell. I got to tell Lisa that. The Karen is the name of the wild mountain cat that is scaring the shit out of them.
And my daughter wanted to borrow Karen this week.
Which is a pretty odd request.
It is.
But yes, you told me this. You said that she was going to use the dog as a prop to do a promposal.
Promposal is what the kids call it.
To the football guy. Yep. Somehow that worked in.
Yeah,
but it would never work with this dog because this dog's just a maniac right now, puppy maniac. So she wouldn't even be able to hold the dog probably for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, but the football guy actually grew some balls and asked my daughter out to prom.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the picture of something.
He was kind of creative about it. He's a linebacker and he's also captain of the football team. So I'm kind of proud, but I'm also kind of afraid because he's going to get some probably. Anyway.
Holy shit! See, you just don't leave it alone, do you? God.
But yeah, he showed up with a dozen roses and a football, and the football says, "Would you like to tackle prom with me?"
Yes. I get the little twist of phrase.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody out there right now is thinking all kinds of other stuff, but I get it.
And he seems like a good kid. He's got a full scholarship, academic and athletic scholarship to somewhere in Ohio, Findlay, Ohio. So I don't know if it's I don't know what school he's going to, but
Harvard on the highway.
Harvard on the highway. But you know what? If my kids were smart enough to get full rides, which they aren't.
Well, you don't know that for sure.
Does Harvard on the highway give full rides?
What, at OCC or down there?
OCC.
OCC. I knew people that went to OCC probably the same time you went.
I wonder how many people actually get jobs in the careers, in what they went to school for.
7 people do that.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
You came up with that number quick. You must know.
Oh, I did some research.
Nice.
What the hell? I lost the train of thought, Chad Bem.
Chad Bem.
You know what? We're at the end point for this one.
That went quick.
Yeah. So
we didn't hit anything we wanted to talk about. We just talked.
Well, I still have a bunch of stuff on my list that we can use next time. But I got to take the future fart gulpers of America off the list. That was addressed. And I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other topics.
Oh, you want to give me one and I'll see if I can guess what it is? Or are we too late in the show?
Let's just save them. We'll do that next time.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, because we don't want to waste all of it. Because I think our plan is to do another one fairly quickly this week or whatever, so we can be prepared. So I can't think of anything to end on. Do you have any fun stuff to end on, Davin?
Well, we talked about aerial yoga, so that's out of the question.
Yep.
Crabs in your eyebrows has to suck.
You didn't even say that one. Oh, you've said it before on the show, I think.
That's in my topics. Gonna delete that one.
Let's see. Are we going to have Brooke on the show when we do an eventual conference room one?
Oh, I don't know. Because when when this episode wasn't going to come out, I tried doing my own without you and having Paul sit in.
Yeah.
And it was like deer in the fucking headlights. I go into the you name it, and I'm on fire, and I'm throwing out stuff, and all his answers were, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Paul from the Wonder Years.
Yep.
But we could do like a couple of guests in the studio. I don't know. That might get because we could have Larry and her come in. That way we're
sure to have some kind of conversation. Yeah, because I don't know what we talk about. I don't know what we talk about with Brooke, though.
I don't know. That's the thing. We find out. But we have a backup plan. We can throw Larry in there because Larry can always say something ridiculous.
Yeah. She might be a really fun person. She might just be a dead fish. You never know.
I'm going to have her listen to this episode and decide.
Decide whether she has something to say or not.
And whether or not she still likes you.
Good point.
No, I'm sure she'd be fine. It might be interesting, but we'll find out. It's all about timing. We haven't even been able to set up the studio there because every time we're in there, we're on different jobs.
That's true. We've been busy.
Got to wait for it to slow down. I really would like to get Larry in there again because every time I see him in the warehouse, he's always saying something ridiculous.
Right.
He's very good at ridiculousness. So, hi, Larry. I'd like to end the show today by saying hi to Chad Bem.
You haven't mentioned his name enough.
Enough. In fact, it will work its way into the title some way.
Wait. So, I said I was going to end with one beer. Oh, my poor son.
Liar. You're a liar. You can always have your daughter drive, though.
That's true.
Yeah, so you should do that.
Because
those are my words of advice, yeah.
She doesn't hit anything with my truck.
No. It's sad when you have a better driving record and you're drunk all the time. Yeah. I know you're not. I'm just saying it for the fun of it. Because I don't actually think you're drunk all the time.
Most of the time.
You can say whatever you want, but I don't believe it.
No.
I would, for serious, I would think that you're probably drinking in a safe at-night spot, for the most part.
I live in my garage.
Yes. And then you go once in a while to the corner bar, like it's 1973 and you're sitting there with Archie Bunker or something.
Well, the other day I ran out of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And I knew I was drunk, so I walked to Speedway.
See? You're a responsible person. Now I'm going to tell you this, though. Well, you know how Uber is saying that they're going to start delivering shit to you that you want?
Yeah.
That's not an original idea because there is an app called GoPuff that will bring you smokes and stuff like that.
Oh.
Sadly, it's not in Detroit yet, but they're expanding. They just added like 7 more major cities. So sooner or later it'll be in Detroit. We heard about it in Philadelphia because we wanted beer, and this girl outside of the... in Philly you have to buy it from the state store.
Right.
So we're like, we can't drive anywhere because we don't have a car. It was me and Lisa and the kids looking to get like a 12-pack just to go back to the room and drink.
Yep.
And, so this girl outside the bar just goes, hey, use GoPuff. So I signed up for it. But then the desire for them to drink went away. But at least we knew that you could just call them. And it was really cheap, too. Like 12-pack delivered to a 12-pack of Yingling bottles delivered to your hotel room was less than $20.
Oh, wow.
So,
see, I just call the pizza guy and say, hey, can you pick up a pack of Marlboro Light 100s on your way? And you'll get a big tip.
We had a place in Westland when we lived there, and now I forgot the name of the place. The store is called In and Out, because you could drive through it. You ever see those where it's a drive-through party store?
Ypsilanti has those. It's like an old car wash that they converted into a liquor store, beer store, and you literally drive through and they hand you the alcohol into your car window.
Yeah, and which is funny. But
that's not promoting drunk driving at all, no.
In this case, they had the attached business to it was the Pizza Dude. That's what it was.
The Pizza
Dude.
And
you could call him to deliver pizza and beer and smokes because they were part of the party store.
Yeah.
And this is the best part. And you could pay them with returnables.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Here's $100 in returnables.
I remember up at Central, my roommate was a teak, and they used to throw all these big parties and bashes.
Yeah.
And the beer that they used to get was Buckhorn from the makers of Pabst Blue Ribbon. So it's lower than Pabst.
Less than Pabst.
And this is back in the 80s, like mid to late 80s.
Right.
So one of the things was a case of beer was less than $5, and then you got $2.50 back if you return the tray that it came in, because they weren't like clipped together with the plastic shit. It came in like a plastic tray.
Yeah, we got those. Falstaff was the same way, a yellow plastic tray with little bottles in it.
But the thing about Buckhorn is you can only drink like 3/4 of it because there's so much swill at the bottom and like grain and shit.
Nice.
But when you're in college, you do shit that's just stupid. It's like now that you have a job and money, you actually drink nicer alcohols. But think about back in the day when you were in college, some of the crap that you drank.
Oh, man, you know what's got me baffled right now on the
Pop-off
ending
vodka?
note here? No, is the fact that so far we've learned today that you've been to at least 3 schools after high school, and you're doing this show.
I know.
2 colleges, 1 technical school. Oh, you went to Lawrence Tech too, didn't you?
No, my ex-wife worked there.
Oh, well, you went to 2 technical. No, you went to OCC, you went to Specs Howard, and you went to Central?
Yep.
Anything else we need to know about?
And the road of hard knocks. I learned on my way.
And here you are. You're at the pinnacle of success in life after 3 separate higher education places.
Fucking brilliant. Somehow I fell into this.
Welcome to the world. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to this episode of You Name It.
Pop a wheelie, guys.